what they saw.
As we told you earlier in the newscast, grief counseling is being offered for anyone who needs it. The festival was packed with people as the shooter unloaded a barrage of bullets on the crowd. We have shown you video of people running away from the gunfire, but even those who were not struck by bullets can end up with trauma over this tragedy. For more, we're joined now by Dr. Michael Stanton, Professor of Health Sciences at Cal State East Bay. Professor, thank you so much for joining us. How does something like this affect even those who were not injured here?
Yeah, it's a greit question. This is a horrible tragedy, and you know, as much as we pretend that it doesn't really affect so many of us in the community, it does. And you know, it's normal. Grieving is normal, and it's normal for us to, you know, maybe sleep a little more, maybe not feel as much energy as we normally do, and it's important to pay attention to those signs. Yeah,
I want to press down on that issue. Some people may not think that they're affected by all this because they were there and they ran away, they got away, their family's unaffected. But there were a lot of gunshots, there were a lot of screaming, there people running for their lives. Really drill down on how that can really affect someone.
Well, you know, trauma affects everyone in really different ways, and I think it's important to mention that people have all kinds of different ways of experiencing it and noticing. You know, I noticed in a segment earlier you had interviewed children, and some of them said at times they were scared, and at times, you know, they were more active and trying to think about what can they do to be safe. You know, likewise, adults and the parents, children are kind of change between different types of emotions, and that's really normal.
You know, this was a family event, Michael. A lot of kids there, of course. Kids were among the victims in this case. What would you advise parents to tell their children who were there? We even spoke to some of those kids who witnessed this horrible event. As a parent, how really do you have a conversation with your child about this?
That's a great question, Andre. I feel, number one, grieving is normal, you know. Although parents may want to avoid the topic altogether, what I tell my clients is talk to your children, you know, ask them what they've heard about the incident, ask them what they know. And most of the time they've already heard things. And it helps to actually, by talking with them, you're able to create the narrative yourself, to actually help them with that story, as opposed to them just hearing whatever they hear from their peers or, you know, or friends or other students. Also, you know, keep it simple, keep it on their level, particularly for the young kids. Then I tell parents also to, you know, reassure your children, tell them that you care, show them that you're there for them, hugging, you know, in any kind of way that makes them feel secure. And, you know, model good coping skills. They are watching and reading cues off of you. So, you know, do your best to show them what it looks like to be calm.
Yeah, I think the bottom line, and from what I'm hearing from you, is do not ignore any signs that this was a tragedy and that could affect you in the long term. All right, Michael Stanton, Professor of Health Sciences at Cal State East Bay, thank you so much for your insight. And for more information on how you can help these shooting victims here receive help, we have information on our homepage. Just head to KTVU.com.